Welcome back, Captains. BN-Teo here, and today I'm bringing you yet another list. This time, it's going to be units that I don't think fit in the game, that were in the game at one point, and some of them are actually still in the game. So we're going to talk about that, what I think about it, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about my choices here, or your own personal opinions to see if any units don't fit in. Alright, starting off our list here is going to be Zoe's Trebuchet. And to me, the Empire makes tanks and some of the craziest things. Why would they need a Trebuchet? It has no practical use. I could see maybe the Raiders using it, but even then, they have armored mammoths and stuff. A Trebuchet, it just doesn't make sense at all to me. Alright, TF2 units. I'm going to keep this one simple. You can complain if you'd like. I understand that they're here in the game. They're going to stay or whatever. But, I'm just saying, I don't see Battle Nations troops in TF2. Why are they here? It just doesn't fit into me. It looks so weird on the map. And, some of them are taller than tanks and stuff. Kind of like these raptors here. It looks weird. Now, number 8 here, we have the Bigfoot Shaman, and actually my complaint about this guy is very simple. You see how he has shields in his arms there? Ignore the fact that he's trained to use a war club or whatever despite him being a critter. The fact that he has shields on his arms and he doesn't have shield is what makes me go, this is kind of weird. I guess that would be technically a rework for the character, but whatever, I'm throwing it on this list. Alright, number 7, Baby Bigfoot. This thing looks like Nikado Avocado shitting himself in a diaper. He does not want to go to war against the enemies of the Empire. He wants his mommy and daddy. I feel like if they just made this look more menacing, more like the other Bigfoot characters, but baby, like the raptor or the baby boar or whatever, those look like they fit in, but this, it just looks like, again, a kid in a diaper. Right, picture this. You're in the middle of a battlefield, there's artillery blazing all over the sky, you can barely see the sun because of all the smoke, tank shots are being fired everywhere, everyone is equipped with rifles, frickin' the most powerful machine guns, anything you could think of in the middle of a war zone, plasma guns, things like that. And then your captain says, alright, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna be shirtless, and not only that, but your only weapon is a cylinder block. That is what Jedrick the Crusher is, and apparently he has armor. Now for my next example here, imagine, there's this little mutation going around that could give you superpowers. You could be like a spider human, you could be like a reaper that could hang from ceilings and have this scythe arm, you could grow wings and fly, you could literally become a gigantic colossus with huge arms that actually might have armor, unlike Jedrick the Crusher. But instead, what happens when you get this mutation is your ass is now on your chest and you're taking a shit out of it instead of using an actual tank. That is what the Specimen Canyoneers are. Alright, in all reality, my actual complaint about these guys is we have tanks in the game, why would we need this? And they look really gross on top of it.
Brother, ugh!
Alright, when you're thinking of a professional military, and I can give the TF2 units this, they look like actual soldiers or mercenaries, whatever you want to call them, but these guys, they look like they're just a bunch of people trying to use their Second Amendment rights to defend themselves against the government and wear tinfoil hats or something. Is that a guy on his lawnmower?
Yeah! I have the power of God!
Now, you might be thinking I'm talking about the Raiders, but no, the game even clearly states that the Raider training camps are from Elder Taos's army, and that they're under the oppression of Warlord Gantus, so they might help you if you bring them enough skulls, blah blah blah. I'm talking about the Silver Wolves. These guys, they're a literal headache, and they're mercenaries, and you're gonna pay them to help you when you can make actual soldiers? I know the Lord said, love thy enemy, but I gotta make an exception here. The amount of times that these guys destroyed my mini-tank! When you're playing Battle Nations, you're thinking of actual wars and strategy, not whatever the hell this thing here is. If Gantus's army consisted of a bunch of cupids, they would have been wiped in the tutorial, no questions asked. I mean, like, what is this thing gonna do? It's gonna shoot an arrow at Ramsey, and then the moment he sees Zoe, he's gonna scream without the S. This thing here looks like it belongs on the streets of Portland, not an active war zone. It looks more like a mod than anything, and I'm sure you would agree just by looking at it yourself, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.